When you are diagnosed with gestational diabetes, your dietitian is likely to ask you to make some changes to your current diet. However, there is not one diet that suits everyone. Instead, you'll be advised how to make your current diet healthier while controlling portion sizes of particular foods that are known to raise blood glucose levels.
Probably with my first pregnancy, I didn't really know a lot, and I did just look for sugars. And then by my third pregnancy, I realised that sugars are just a small part of it, and actually it's looking at your carbohydrate and your pasta and your bread.
It is important for you to learn the effects different food choices and portion sizes have on your blood glucose levels by monitoring regularly. The dietary plan that you and your dietitian agree on will provide good nutrition for you and your growing baby and will limit weight gain. A good guide to a healthy, well-balanced diet is to try and follow the Eat Well plate. This shows how different foods contribute towards a healthy, balanced diet. You can see from the yellow segment that you should include some starchy foods with each meal. But take care with your portion size. Eating large portion sizes of these foods all at once can raise blood glucose levels when you have gestational diabetes. Try to choose healthier versions such as wholemeal and granary bread, which will keep you fuller for longer. Eat larger portions of vegetables and salad while you reduce your starchy food portions. Fruit is healthy, but it contains natural sugar, so limiting to a palm-sized portion can often help to control blood glucose when you have gestational diabetes. Pure fruit juice can raise your blood glucose levels quickly, so it is best to eat the whole fruit instead. Vegetables, salad and fruit contain vitamins, minerals and fibre, which you and your baby need. To stay healthy, you are recommended to eat at least 5 portions of vegetables and fruit per day.
When I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes initially, I reduced all sugary things. Foolishly didn't initially stop eating fruit, because I do eat a lot of fruit, and I thought that was good for the baby, but didn't really recognise the sugar content.
Dairy foods are important in pregnancy, and you should include some in your diet every day. These foods contain protein, calcium and vitamin D, which are needed for growth and development and help your baby's bones to develop. It is best to choose low-fat options, and if buying yogurts, take care that they don't contain too much sugar. Also, make sure to choose pasteurised foods and avoid blue and soft cheeses, as they may contain high levels of harmful Listeria bacteria. Meat, chicken, fish, eggs and beans are all good sources of protein, and you should include some in your diet every day. Try to choose leaner cuts of meat to reduce fat intake, and try to eat 2 portions of fish per week, with 1 portion being an oily fish like mackerel or salmon. The wide range of beans and lentils are good food choices, but it is important to be aware of portion sizes, as these are also starchy foods. It is important to limit foods which are high in sugars and fat. Foods high in sugars can raise your blood glucose quickly and are also high in calories and can cause excess weight gain. If you usually drink fizzy drinks, remember to replace these with an alternative drink so you don't become dehydrated. Plain water is a good choice, as are sugar-free squashes, decaffeinated coffee or weak tea. It is best to limit your caffeine intake to 1 to 2 cups per day, and it is best to avoid alcohol. When cooking, try to choose healthier cooking options such as steaming, baking or grilling, which don't need fat or oil, rather than frying foods. If you are adding fats, try using some of the healthier oils like olive or rapeseed oil. When you have gestational diabetes, it is important to eat regularly and not skip meals. Try to eat 3 meals across your day and consider including some nutritious snacks if you are hungry. Examples of good snacks are 1 palm-sized piece of fruit, an oat cake with cottage cheese, carrot sticks and hummus, or a small bowl of breakfast cereal with milk. Don't forget about breakfast. It is an important meal as your body needs to refuel after sleeping. If you have trouble controlling your blood glucose following breakfast, it may be worth trying to eat a smaller amount of carbohydrate such as an egg with 1 slice of toast rather than 2. Talk to your diabetes care team who can suggest alternatives. Don't be tempted to buy diabetic foods or drinks. They offer no benefit to people with gestational diabetes. Most importantly, don't starve yourself or restrict your food intake in an attempt to control your blood glucose levels. For most women, gestational diabetes will go away as soon as you deliver your baby, but some women may be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. If you do get the all clear, try not to slip back into poor dietary habits, particularly now that you have a newborn baby to care for. Try to eat regularly and sensibly for the first few weeks, especially if you are breastfeeding. Once you have had a few months to adjust to becoming a new mum, it is the perfect time to kickstart a healthy diet and lifestyle.
I find that as soon as I give it a go and having salads and, healthy foods, I find it a lot better.
By eating healthily, doing some regular physical activity and losing weight if you need to, you can reduce your risk of gestational diabetes in further pregnancies and type 2 diabetes in the future. Now that you've had your baby and no longer have diabetes, you can eat more fruit and you no longer need to monitor your blood glucose levels. Always try to remember the Eat Well plate and base your diet around this. Also, try to limit your salt intake as too much can cause high blood pressure. If you do drink alcohol, try to drink moderately as it can be high in calories and regular heavy drinking can cause health problems. If you have decided to breastfeed, you may find you lose weight naturally, but it is best to leave any formal attempts to lose weight until your baby has moved on to other food. You can, however, still make healthy changes to your diet and lifestyle, which will benefit your baby too. It's always easier to do this when you have support, so try and make healthy changes to your whole family's diet and lifestyle.